Now, away from our continent, Greece's parliament is currently locked in a fairly interesting debate over whether or not to accept the latest bailout package. A vote is expected in the hours to come. The Prime Minister, Alexis Tsipras, is facing quite a backlash from within his party and his government after accepting this deal from the creditors. It will give Greece access to about $95 billion worth of funding and the opportunity to remain within the Eurozone. But this deal will also force Greece to streamline pensions and raise tax revenues. And these are measures that many Greeks voted overwhelmingly against in a referendum on the 5th of July. Mr. Tsipras has already lost his deputy finance minister, who's resigned in protest. Many within his governing coalition and members of his own Syriza party are expected to reject the measures. Now, a snap election, however, could follow if the Prime Minister's parliamentary majority then collapses.
I'm not going to vote for this agreement, and this meant that I cannot stay as a member, I cannot stay in the government. It's only decent that, I surrender my minister.
I can't support such a memorandum of understanding. It's impossible for me, because even in the Greek people, they say no. The week 7 days before or 10 days before. So it's impossible for a member of the parliament to come here and to say yes.
Let's get the latest now from Filio Kontrafouri. She's live in the Greek capital right now with more data on this story. Filio, how exactly can Syriza remain in power, given that its acceptance of the creditors' offer, which is seen by many citizens in Greece as a complete betrayal of their trust?
Well, just to explain to you a little bit about what's happening here right now, you hear all this noise. There has been a protest, an anti-austerity protest here at Sinagma Square tonight. Just a few minutes ago, there has been some violence breaking out. There have been a lot of cocktail bombs flying all over the place. There have been people clashing with police. There's tear gas. All this happening at the time when MPs and the government are inside the building that you see behind me, the Greek Parliament, discussing this very contentious agreement and voting a little bit later on. About what you asked, the big problem right now is not so much the support of the people. I mean, Syriza is still leading in the polls. The problem is the rift that this agreement has created among MPs of Prime Minister Tsipras' government. If you can hear, I mean, there's tear gas and flashbang grenades flying all over the place. The tear gas is really reaching up to the point where we are down here. And it's really hard for us to keep staying here and describing what's happening.
Indeed, we'll leave it there for the time being. We'll leave it there for the time being, Filio. Thank you for the update. We'll leave it there for the time being. Do keep safe out there in Athens. Of course, the latest developments there in the Greek capital, a protest certainly in progress. What you heard in the background from that link with Filio Kontrafouri, flashbangs going off, and of course quite a few tear gas canisters being fired into the crowd. Fairly angry protest right outside the Greek parliament as well.